Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai Ba'Shem Kakadash. That belongs to the apostles, he knows great millstone for teaching us his true peace and blessings to the whole elect of Israel. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, Hebrew Ba'Shem is the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the begotten Son. Back in our lesson, and today we're going to be going to the terrible times that are to come. This great wrath that Esau Edom is preparing to come down with. As you know, also in Jeremiah 37, how we're heading in a time of Jacob's trouble, and we're especially that main target. And come these last days, this devil's gonna be pulling on all stops, man. You see just little examples, a little taste of what they got, which you're gonna see right here in this background of this video, as we see other examples dealing with these certain events that they hold, showcasing certain advancements you see within these movies, cartoons, and shows. And that's just a little taste, a little example of what they have, man. So you can imagine what they have behind the scenes. But you go back to that point, you see within these movies, cartoons, TV shows, that's their way of showing you of what they got. And you can see many other examples dealing with that one movie, Geostorm, where they're able to manipulate the weather and all that stuff. These are the type of things that this devil has. But people are gonna call it crazy. They're gonna mock. They're gonna scoff. Especially when we say that they have more advanced things than what you're about to see right here within this video. So I do want to play real quick and get a couple of scriptures, because a divine intervention will be needed. Hey, the Lord's gonna step in, man. Just look at everything this devil has. An article came out a while back going to them having a laser platoon. You're seeing these robots, especially being programmed to know martial arts, to shoot a gun with perfect accuracy. To have night vision, all these different sorts of visions, where they're able to see things that a person can't see. And just many other things that they have, man. And they're pulling out all that, man. Especially in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. So I don't want to stall that too long. Play this real quick and we'll get these scriptures. So look at that. This is why y'all keep upgrading our opponents. So why would you teach them Kung Fu? So obviously, nothing, good will come from this. As you also see, a while back, not like too long ago, but Elon Musk, held an event showcasing the robots. They're able to, do basic, just pretty much, daily things that people would do, dishes, take out the trash and all this stuff. And you can see, in that movie, iRobot, with Will Smith, how that, pretty much will turn out, And which we're speaking of, Esau Edom here. The devil the Bible speaks of is the wicked. Now let's get a couple of these scriptures. That's not going to be too long of a lesson. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Excuse me. Now it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is coming down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So this devil knows his time is ticking. It's running out. And this is why you especially see him getting sloppy with things that he's doing now. He's being, revealed, really for, who he is. But, very soon he's going to say F it and just come down with that great wrath. He's going to show his true colors, man. And guess who's going to be the main target? Israel, man. The 12 tribes. Jake. You're the focal point, of his attack, man. Even now. But to go back to that point, dealing with that great wrath, man. And as I brought up that point, a divine intervention will be needed. And let's get that word divine intervention. Now, as it says, divine intervention is the idea that a deity, like God, gets involved in human affairs. And the Lord is quite literally going to step in. I was going to read in Isaiah 59:19, a standard will be lifted against our enemy, because that power will be needed. With everything this devil has and things that come down with, you best believe the Lord is going to defend his elect, man. Via these miracles, and all these great things the Lord can do, especially through that power, man. As Isaiah 50:19 says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. So they're going to come out as a flood, as we read in the Revelation, the 12th chapter, how they're going to come down with that great wrath. And also a good movie to watch is that movie Code 8. Because in that movie, they have created robots in order to combat and to go against those people that had those supernatural abilities. And then there's one particular scene where you had, police and robots, kicking down doors to, go get those people. And very soon you have this devil come for us, man. Now the soul shall the name of the Lord from the west, and the glory from the rising sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against it. A standard will be lifted, and power will be bestowed upon the Lord's elect. But you hope, pray that we are part of the Lord's will. As Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7, and I said, laugh at days great, so none is like it. It's even the time of Jacob's troubles, higher than the time of our trouble. And really, for specifically the wicked of our people that don't want to repent, that don't want to take heed to these warnings, this trouble is really for you. But those in this faith and this truth, we're also going to be tried and we're going to be tested, man. And you especially have many Israelites buckling under that pressure that's going to be applied. We're going to talk more time. Last 3 days great, so that none is like it. Times like never before. And especially with everything this devil's getting ready to do, man. This great wrath he's preparing to come there with, because very soon he's going to bring down that hammer, man. And it's going to come swinging down. Let's try to find my words. As even in the time of Jacob's trouble, he shall be saved out of it. And the Lord's going to defend and protect his elect in the midst of all this chaos, as you can get throughout multiple scriptures. Psalm 37, I believe 25. How the Lord has not forsaken his righteous. Psalm 91. Just how well defended the elect are going to be. And how is the elect going to be defended, man? The angels, the miracles, and what's especially through that power. And also, how do you think Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1 is especially going to take place? How 7 women shall take hold of one man. Especially when all hell's breaking loose, how do you think the man is going to be able to defend those women that he's going to have? How do you think he's going to defend, his household, and those that are going to be with him? Obviously, the miracles and the great things the Lord's going to do, but especially through that power, man. 2 Ezra 16 and 18. Now it says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So this is going to show the type of times that we are coming into, just how serious it's going to be, man. And if you're without the hedge, without the protection of Yahweh Bashmau Shai, you're through. Just plainly put, man. Especially with everything the devil's getting ready to come down with. Yeah, right. There's a reason, why the Lord's going to step in and why a divine intervention will be needed. Because the Lord's going to, even, the playing field, man. Or actually, the Lord's going to tip the scale. Because once that power is bestowed upon the Lord's men, these devils will stand no chance. This is Psalm 17:13. It says, "Arise, the Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Who is the wicked? Speaking of Esau, Edom, which you get in Malachi 1 and 4. Going to Esau literally being named the boulder of wickedness, as well as in Genesis 27. Going to the blessing, which was the fatness of death, as well as the sword. So showing you who this is speaking of. As arise, the Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And guess what? The Lord's going to be swinging that sword, especially upon you wicked jakes, man. And we're just going to go back to that point in the first chapter in Revelations, going into, or Revelation 12, going into the great wrath. Those devils are getting ready to come down with, and that hammer is getting ready to swing down. As Isaiah 54 and 17, also another great chapter. Now it says, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So ain't nothing this devil has will work against the men of the Lord. What do you think the Lord will defend those that believe, those that are enduring, those that have not bowed down to this beast system, those that remain faithful once again? What do you think the Lord will defend them? Come on. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage servants of the Lord, and the rest of me say the Lord. So once nothing this devil has will work. Then with his laser weapons, his robotic like suits of armor, like Iron Man like suits, these exoskeleton suits that they have, where they're able to lift an immense amount of weight. These jetpacks, they're able to hover and pretty much fly in the air. So if they're showing you that, imagine what they got behind the scenes, man. These super soldiers. Now you're gonna have people mock and scoff. You're crazy. You don't have such thing as super soldier. They show you within these movies once again, man. Is Luke 10:19. And I think we had even an article a while back, which I believe I made a lesson going into. But I believe we had a bunch of Ukrainians said that Russia had something like super soldiers, I believe. Made that lesson like a little while ago, but just something I remembered. But Luke 10:19. And as behold, I give you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. So once I've been Isaiah 54:17, how no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And I've been right here, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. So you devils will stand no chance. So like it. So as you see within these comics and these movies dealing with Superman, you see just by himself he's quite literally a problem. Now imagine 144,000 Supermen. You devils are finished, man. And Yahweh Bashem Shai has covered all routes of escape. As behold, I'll send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them, and after I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. Now who are those fishers that's talking about? The prophets, the men of the Lord. And what's the bait? This word, this truth. And I said, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them, and after I send for many hunters, and very soon those fishers will be turned into those hunters, men. As they have that saying, how the hunters become the hunted. Because this devil's a hunter now, but very soon he will be hunted, man. You get in the scriptures how he be flee into these caves and these underground bunkers under the sea. But as about the point, Lord has covered all the rights to escape via air, sea, and land. Because you're also gonna have Leviathan come out in these last days, which a good depiction and example is Godzilla. Pretty much a spitting image when you go into scripture. What do you think they got the inspiration from to create that character, man? That creature. So I have the chariots play a role in the destruction of this place. And especially have that power that's going to be bestowed upon the Lord's men. So your kingdom is finished, man. It's written. Your fate is sealed. And nothing you can do to change it. Especially when you come for the men of the Lord, the Lord's prophets, thinking you have them in checkmate, that you got is got. The Lord's going to flip that switch, man. The Lord's elect are going to be activated. And once we hope and pray that we're of that number. And I'll read Jeremiah 16 one more time and close it out from there. As behold, as for many fishers, saith the Lord. And actually, see Isaiah 40 and 31, also another good chapter. And you go into that power. And you can also get the 41st chapter going to those new sharp threshing instruments having teeth. You get on the scripture how Lord's elect to be his battle axe, man, his weapons of war. So I should get that too. The scripture coming to mind. Oh yeah, that's a great chapter. Prospect of Shah. Let's get to King James. And I'll go back to the chapter. Alright. Now let's go back to Isaiah 40 and 31. And we'll close that with Jeremiah. There's Isaiah chapter 40 and 31, and it says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." And when you see birds preparing to take flight, what do? They mount up their wings. So, having the ability to fly, super speed, super strength. And these are the basic, abilities and powers that come to mind. Imagine what more else the elect are going to be able to do. You get in the scriptures how greater works than he shall do because I go unto my Father, roughly paraphrasing. Because very soon, the elect can be able to manipulate the element, just as our Lord Yahushua did, man. And once the Lord's over that number, and I said, but wait, speak too fast. "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run, not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." Now let's jump back to Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, and that says, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war." I brought up that chapter in Isaiah 41, going to those new sharp threshing instruments, which I'm doing to get before I get Jeremiah. And this phone is always slow when I'm recording. It's insane. This is Isaiah chapter 41 and 15. Just wait for it to load. This is the second time I had this problem. Now, Isaiah 41 and 15, it says, "Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff." Who's that? Your new sharp threshing instrument, the elect. Now, it's Jeremiah chapter 51 and 20. Just wait for it to load. And it says, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid." And close it out right here in verse 23. "I also will break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers, and this devil will be brought low." So that's the point right there. We'll make a quick lesson going to that situation and why a divine intervention will be needed and why the Lord's going to step in, man. Because look at everything the devil has and what he's getting ready to come down with, man. And you best believe the Lord's going to defend and protect his elect, especially in the midst of all that, man. And hey, that power is coming soon. Coming soon, man. And Yahweh with that number in all those men, Lord's will. But that's the point. I do close out and give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Shemel Shai, Bashim Kakadash, and Shalom. See you next one, Lord's will.